So, good day, class. This is another challenging question. So, it's in a 3 megapixel digital camera. This 3 megapixel represents something, means that the number of pixels in one picture taken by this particular camera has 3 megapixels. So, we'll get back to that. That's very important. It stores an 8-bit number for the brightness of each of the primary colors found in the picture element. So, this is saying that in a picture, in one pixel in a picture, let me just draw this out. This is one pixel in a picture. It's represented by RGB colors, red, green, and blue. And imagine you take a picture with a green shirt. You're going to have a little bit of shade of red there. You're going to have a bit of blue. And since it's a green shirt, green is going to be way more. So this is just one pixel in your picture. Just one pixel. I'm saying that it stores an 8-bit number for the brightness of each primary color. So this red is 8 bits. It's stored as an 8-bit number. This is also stored as an 8-bit number. This is also stored as an 8-bit number. That means the total amount of bits that can be found in one pixel will be 8 times 3, which is equal to 24 bits. We'll get back to this. So now if every bit is stored, no data compression, how many pictures can be stored on a 128 megabyte memory card? Note that we'll be using mega as 2^20. So this is saying how many pictures can I store in a 128 megabyte memory card? To know that, I'll have to know how many bytes is in one picture. And once I know that information, I can tell how many of those bytes will be able to enter 128 megabytes. So first, I'm going to work on finding how many bytes do I even have in one picture. So the first information we are given on this is how many bits are in one pixel in my picture. So if I know that in one pixel of my picture, I have 24 bits, and remember this 3 megapixel digital camera that I said take note of, it means in this camera, one picture has up to 3 megapixels. That's for each picture taken in this camera. I want to know how many mega is represented as 2^20 pixel. How many bits would I then have in this 3 megapixel picture? So this 3 megapixel represents my entire picture, but I want it to be in bits so that I can work with my 128 megabyte memory card. Alright, I'll convert that bit to bytes so I can work with my 128 megabyte memory card. So this is just cross multiplication. We're going to have, let's represent this as x. X is going to be equal to 3 times 2^20 times 24 over 1. We solve this and we're going to get 75497472. Remember that this is in bits. So in one picture, this is the amount of bits I have. So now I have the information of how many bits is in one picture. Now that I know how many bits in one picture, I want to know how many of these bits can enter my 128 megabytes memory card. But recall that this is in bytes and this is in bits. So I can convert this to bytes so that I'll be able to work with my memory card. So if I convert this to bytes, you're going to have, I know one byte is equals to 8 bits. So therefore, how many bytes will I have in 749747 bits? This is cross multiplication again. I'm going to have x is equals to 75497472 divided by 8, which will give me 9437184 bytes. So now I know how many bytes is one of my pictures. Now I can work with my 128 megabytes because now they are both in bytes. So I want to know how many of these bytes, which is one picture, can enter 128 MB. This sounds like a division problem to me. So if I'm able to take 128, this mega represented by 2 is per 20, I want to know, this is in bytes because of B at the end, how many of this can enter? And this is also in bytes. So now bytes is going to cancel bytes. If we punch this in our calculator, we're going to get 14.22, which means we can only store up to 14 pictures in this 128 megabyte storage space. So this is our final answer. I hope you have understood how to interpret and solve this question. Thank you for listening.